Okay, so you just make yourself comfortable and close your eyes now. It doesn't matter if you feel you need to move slightly now and then. You don't have to be absolutely still. Just be comfortable and relax the whole body as much as you can. Now I want you to take a deep breath and hold it for a moment before breathing out slowly. Just allowing your whole body to relax as you do so. And I want you to keep your eyes closed now and just keep listening quietly to the sound of my voice. You'll be aware of those other sounds too, sounds inside the building, sounds from outside. But these won't disturb you. In fact, they'll help to relax you, because just for now, the world outside is absolutely unimportant to you. The only thing you're interested in is the sound of my voice. And while you're listening to the sound of my voice, I want you to concentrate for a moment on your breathing. Breathing slowly and steadily and evenly, just as if you were trying to convince somebody that you are absolutely sound asleep. And as you breathe out each time, just allowing your whole body to relax more and more, so that you gradually find yourself feeling as if your whole body was sinking further and further with each breath you'd breathe. I would like you to imagine, as vividly as you can, that you're at the top of a beautiful, warm, softly lit staircase with 10 steps leading down, all covered in a beautifully soft carpet with a wonderfully smooth hardwood handrail at the side. At the bottom of the staircase is a door, and behind the door is a room, your own special room, where nobody goes but you. In a moment or two, I'm going to count all the way down from 10 down to 0. And as I count all the way down from 10 down to 0, you can imagine that each number is a step on this staircase. Another step down into deeper and deeper levels of relaxation, so that by the time I get to 0, you'll be as relaxed as you can ever be. So 10. Take the first step down now. There's plenty of time, no need to hurry. 9. Feeling more and more relaxed, moving down easily. 8. Another step down now, into a relaxed calmness. 7. Imagining how you feel as your hand glides down that stair rail. 6. Going deeper now and deeper. 5. Feeling more and more relaxed. 4. Deeper still now, and still deeper. 3. Your breathing becoming slower now and steadier. 2. a wonderful calmness just sweeping over you. 1, almost all the way down now. Just one more step to go to 0. And now you find yourself in front of that door to your own special room. Study it for a moment, noticing the colour and design, looking at the texture and pattern of the handle, and understand that this room is always here for you in your thoughts. You can always find it just by going down that staircase of calmness and relaxation in your mind. Then you open the door and move easily inside the room. It's comfortable and warm inside here, and softly lit, and furnished exactly as you want it to be. Make it absolutely perfect. Make it truly vivid in your mind, catching the smell of it, the feel of it, as well as the way it looks. And in the middle of the room is a comfortable chair, a wonderfully luxurious and comfortable chair. And you just dawdle lazily over to it and flop yourself down, enjoying the deep sense of tranquility that sweeps over you as you sink into the cushions. And as you go deeper now, each easy breath relaxing you, calming you, you can be aware of how comfortable and peaceful you're becoming as your body relaxes. As you go deeper now, each easy breath relaxing you, calming you, you can be aware of how comfortable and peaceful you're becoming as your whole body relaxes and your mind relaxes with it, filling you completely. And I'd like you to imagine that you're in a sailing boat, all alone, floating on a lake. All around are mountains, their steep sides covered with a forest of pine trees, their peaks snow-capped. And you've sailed to the very centre of the lake, enjoying the fresh crispness of the air and the scent of the pine forest carried on the breeze that drives the boat, filling the sails at a gentle but exhilarating pace. The splash and gurgle of the water as the boat cuts through the gentle swell, the creaking of the rigging and the crack of the sails as they fill with each gentle gust of air. You can be aware of how good you feel, alone with your own thoughts, alone with the sounds of nature all around. A calm, natural peace that knows no concerns or troubles. Nothing disturbs that peace. Nothing bothers you at all. Now the wind drops to almost nothing. The sails flap limply as they empty of the wind that drives the boat forward. The surface of the water becomes calm, still, flat as a mill pond, the surface ruffled only now and then by a gentle zephyr. You feel the sun warming your skin. It's comfortably warm, soothing and relaxing you. The quiet surrounds you now, broken only by the gurgle of the water beneath the hull, the faint sound of bird song, the occasional splash as a fish rises to take an insect. Calm, peaceful tranquility surrounds you and envelops you. You lie down on the soft cushion at the bottom of the boat, unconcerned at the lack of wind, knowing that the engine is there and in perfect working order when and if required. You look up at the crystal clarity of the blue sky. Small clouds, perfect and white, hang above and around the tops of the mountains, visible from where you're so relaxed and comfortable. The still air carries the sound of some fishermen casting their lines from the shore, and there the distant tone of a church bell calms you, relaxing you more with each note. High in the sky, a jet trail marks the progress of an airliner, etching its progress towards the far reaches of this wonderful world. And you relax even deeper, feeling within a calm, comfortable heaviness that's so pleasant and so very nice. The boat drifts, rising and falling with its almost non-existent swell. And you're looking now at the very tip of the mast as it sways gently. It appears to touch the clear blue sky above. The air is so clean here. You can taste it, and you feel the calm tranquility absorb that gentle peace. And you drift too with thoughts that are pleasant and calming. You breathe in peace and calm with every gentle breath, breathing out anxiety and stress. Here you have time to reflect on those things that have caused you stress. You have time now to assess carefully and with a clarity never before available to you. Here, you have time to reflect on those things that have caused you stress. You have time now to assess carefully and with a clarity never before available to you the importance and the relevance of so many different things. You realize that you've fallen into a habit of reacting in a manner which has proven stressful for you. You've reacted to stress in the same way that a bull responds to the red rag or the matador's cape. And you resolve now to ignore the red flags and to calmly reflect and decide on the most peaceful and effective way to live your life, calmly, confidently, in control, knowing that you are in control of you and of your life. Things that are stressful are so because we allow them so to be. And you're now that person who is aware that you do have the choice. You choose to be calm and unaffected by the rush and hurry, to make unhurried and calculated decisions that are the right ones for you and those who are important to you. And you can now be aware of the peace, the calm, the confidence that fills you, expanding within you, and you enjoy the stillness, the warmth of the sun, the subtle sounds of nature all around, the sights and the scents that can allow you to be aware of the larger world, the depth of the water beneath you, the natural world at peace with itself, as all troubles and cares fade into unimportance, insignificance. And you feel so much stronger now, aware that the strength comes from deep within you. It was there all the time, hidden for a time beneath turmoil and stress, but now no longer shrouded within a veil of negativity and lack of confidence. It shines through. And you recognize that strength that is yours and resolve now to use that which is yours to your highest benefit. As the boat drifts, you know that it can be so easy to allow the prevailing winds to take you wherever they will. But in your vessel, you have the power, when winds blow, to tack and to steer, using the winds as you choose to guide which is the right way for you. And you have in reserve too that engine, that power, which can mean to you that you have complete choice in the way you go. But it can be pleasant to drift, knowing that you can choose freedom, calm, confidence, and you will you not? If ever you feel burdened and stressed, you can choose to get into your boat and drift whenever you need to, whenever you want to, using the strength that's yours, and so growing stronger and stronger with every day. Now, while you're pondering those thoughts, there's a little story I want to tell you about two trees who, once upon a time, they were growing by the bank of a river. A tall tree and a small tree. And that small tree, it knew how to wave and dance in the breeze. It knew how to be very flexible. And when the wind blew, it enjoyed changing its perspective. It enjoyed just dancing and moving and dancing. It would see so many things when it changed its perspective. And that big tree was so inflexible, it used to envy the small tree. But it was a little bit scared of changing its perspective. It was a little bit nervous about it. So one day, it asked the small tree, "How do you do that? How do you change the way you see things, change the way you enjoy things?" And the little tree said, "Well, you must kind of let go. You just let it happen." And so, the next time when that wind blew, the big tree really wanted to let go. And the little tree said, "You can do it. You can make those changes. No need to be afraid. Your roots go deep down into the ground and you can have inner stability. Even though you're moving with the winds of change, enjoying the dance, that inner dance of life. And you can allow that to happen all by itself." And that big tree was so happy, feeling its way into a new way of seeing things. And because it had a new way of seeing things, it also had a new way of recalling things, bringing back images when it wanted to recall the dance. And that big tree also learned, as it got more flexible in its behavior and its perceptions, that what it thought was the horizon was really only a limitation it was placing on itself. And as it danced and swayed and danced, it could see further and further, fields beyond towns, and it could even see the sea in the distance. And it was so happy to have a new way of seeing things, so happy to know that it could recall in a new way pleasant images and pleasant memories. Over the coming days and weeks, your thoughts will often turn to the consideration of important decisions you have to make and important problems for which you've not yet found a solution. Even when you're not consciously thinking about these topics, your mind will continue to deal with them, so that when your attention returns to them once more, you're going to be surprised and delighted at how many potentially useful ideas you're able to come up with. And some of these ideas are even likely to catch you by surprise at times, emerging into your awareness while you're thinking of something else. They might even enter your dreams at night, or you might wake up with some of these new ideas in mind. But regardless of how they make their appearance, they're going to be very helpful and beneficial to you. Of course, you will always try to make sure that you have sufficient information on which to base any final decisions, and you'll always want to check out these new ideas to make sure that they are practical, just as you would check out information from any other source. But nevertheless, you're going to be surprised and pleased at how much more clearly and creatively you're going to be able to think, and how much more confidently and effectively you'll be able to deal with the issues and problems which lie before you. And starting now, more and more, you'll realize that happiness and unhappiness are due to your own thoughts, the way you think about situations. You'll be able to shift your thoughts, the way you think about situations. You'll be able to shift your thoughts to the positive aspects and look at the positive aspects of living in joy every day. You'll become more and more aware that if life situations are not the way you always want them, you'll work to change them without frustration, without anger, and without being bothered. You'll work to change things that are not the way you want them, but you will do it with a calm, peaceful mind, being at ease and at peace with the universe. You'll become more and more aware that everyone has problems in living, but you'll also be aware, as you become more mature, that you can face problems with a calm mind, with strength and determination to work to improve them. When you cannot change things, you'll accept them calmly. You'll be aware that anger and frustration do not help. You'll realize that life is too precious and too wonderful to waste it in being bothered over little things, little annoyances. Starting today, you'll work to change anything that is changeable, that you can change with peace of mind, without being bothered, without frustration, and without anger. You'll be less and less worried about the future, problems of the future, dangers of the future, which will never occur anyway. Most of the things you worry about won't happen anyway. You'll let the worries go. You'll enjoy the day. You'll let yourself go, and you'll enjoy yourself as worries drop out of your life. Now, in a few moments, I'm going to ask you to return to full wakefulness. When I do, you'll awaken feeling calm, happy and relaxed. You'll feel stronger in yourself, motivated and determined to work on your goals. So when you're ready and you're in complete control, return to full wakefulness and open your eyes.